Hello, you beautiful family of light and love, compassion, wisdom. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Claudia. I have been reading a few chapters from notes about my life from about somewhere in my 30s, a little earlier sometimes, with referencing back. And that's going to cover about a 15-year period in all. It is during that time that I came into what I'm going to call a closer walk with God. That's when I learned what my inner guidance system felt like, looked like, and how it was attempting to offer me a better way of living in peace and trust and truth and harmony. So, dear friends and family of light, why would I tell my story? After all, it's just a story, or is it? So my aim here is that this is the arrow goes into your heart and into your mind. It's where the deeper meaning of our lives exist. And to access that deeper meaning, we have to be courageous, bold, fearless sometimes, in order to discern which voice is talking to us, whether it's the head or that little inner compass that wants to guide us. In order to know those inner nudgings and yearnings, we have to be willing to try new things. You must be willing to try something regardless of what anybody else may think. It's an exploration. You're utilizing courage here to learn how you feel doing something, and when it doesn't feel right, to course correct and steer yourself back onto a path. Now, I call this standing at a crossroads sometimes. I've walked up to a crossroads. It's like, what are you doing? This isn't working well. And then have had to turn around, look where I've been, in order to realize that that's not where I wanted to be. And so what are the aspects of that worked and what didn't, in order to take new steps? When you come to a crossroads, you're standing there, you can't see any direction in front of you. What lies ahead? None of us knows. And what in the next moment, whether I'm going to get run over by a bus or, a kid knocks me over and I break a leg. We just do not know. We wake up every day without knowing. So learning to just take those steps anyway in a fearless way. And when you do, then amazing things begin to happen. You feel immediately that this feels good, this feels right, I'm on the right track, and it leads to that greater person that's within you that is seeking expression outside beginning to emerge. So like any story, it's either easy to read and enjoyable, which can be, and it can be challenging, inspiring, encourage, uplifting. There's many things in others' stories that can encourage us, but it can also irritate, confuse, cause a rise of bile, or some other emotions. It is my story, and the intention is for you to have some feeling, maybe make a connection with your own life and what you've experienced, but the deeper meaning behind that is showing you how I established a connection between what I will call my higher self or my soul self as the guiding force in my life, and which really has altered the course of my life, and it goes against the grain for a lot of people. We all have to work and have meaningful jobs, but when we connect with that inner system, then we end up with a job that's satisfying. So I believe that within each of us is a blueprint, if you will, a map, and I call it a compass. It's a map, a blueprint, a map, a compass. It's designed to get you there, to that perfect job, to that perfect partnership, to that perfect location, to perfect everything, whatever you need. And so it's a life that is fulfilled, satisfying, and happy. So I suggest that beyond the outer appearances of every human is the connection to this map, the pattern, the blueprint, that once realized and then utilized leads to the knowledge of your true divine nature, which is your soul self. You're a soul having this experience here on the earth with the goal of getting into a closer walk with God and recognizing your divinity. From their wisdom, once you begin to establish that, you're going to draw on wisdom, peace, love, joy, freedom, abundance, harmony, and all of this leading to a life beyond your imagining. Your soul self is the link to our God, our creator, our source, whatever language, country, it doesn't matter. It's the being that you turn to, that's the most profound, higher thinking thing that you have, that is your course corrector, that you steer towards that, and it dwells within every human. So my desire is that every human have this experience of connecting with it, utilizing it, learning and growing from it. And we have that ability. I'm in my 70s and I'm still learning. I'm still human. I still am a little squirrely at times, and still, don't do what's in my best interest, and therefore in the best interest of everyone else around me. So that's what this book is all about. It's the reason that I put myself out there for you, is not for the story, it's what's within the story, how my life was impacted, what I did about it, what I didn't do about it. There are times when I even knew about something, where it still took years to overcome my old limiting thoughts, beliefs, patterns, habits. And so we're all in different stages of growing, evolving, shifting, and becoming better humans. I have 34 videos out there. You may find a topic that interests you, of maybe a challenge that's going on in your life. If it's not there, let me know. I'm happy to address it. I can't even begin to tell you what I've been through in my 70-some years. I'd love to hear about it. So send me a note, put it in the comments, whatever. And then I've done some chapters. I'm about to start chapter 4, and that's why I thought maybe this would be a good time to just explain why I would even do this in a little more detail. So it's all because I would love for you to have an experience, one-on-one relationship with your soul self and your connection with God. So that's a little bit about who I am. It's a little bit about why this particular story, and the beginnings of me. And if you have any questions, comments, or anything that you would like to say, I would love to hear from you. That's my mission and my goal, and you inspire me to keep going And thank you for joining me here on my channel, and liking and subscribing are ways that you can show. You don't have to get regular notices. You can check in what you like, but by liking and subscribing, it allows this information to get out to more people. And so I really appreciate that. Okay, I want you to have a really remarkable, good life. And if I can be a part of inspiring that in you, then that makes me very happy. So be well, be happy, and be free. I want you to know I love you this much, and that is the truth of who I am regarding you. See you in the next video. If you want to know more about me, it's down below.